And welcome to the Kanawha Valley Hustlers podcast. This is Joe Justice coming to you from the 6th annual Raspberry Jam right here at UC. It's an exciting time. There's all kinds of computer and hacking stuff going on in the background. We're talking to different people about the Raspberry Pi. That's a computer. That's not actually a food. So keep that in mind as we go through and we talk to some people here today. But I'm going to go through the crowd here. We got a ton of people. Grab a few, ask them what their experience was like today, what they've run into, and we'll just find out what today was all about. Come join us. All right, I'm here with Korben. Korben, tell me, what is it you do here?
I'm a student here at the University of Charleston, and I study computer science.
What brought you out here to the Raspberry Jam?
Just supporting my professor. He's hosting one. He's hosting it today. So we just came out, support him, see what the projects are like, what the computers are doing, and just to kind of show off what we've been able to do as well. So we have a few projects over in the corner that we've been working on with our professor, and we're just happy to showcase it and see the kind of people that this event brings out.
So what kind of people have you seen here today? What kind of projects? What kind of activity?
So there's a coding station back here that's teaching people how to code, how to use the Raspberry Pis, what they're really capable of. There's people showing all sorts of things they've been able to do with the Raspberry Pis. So there's a magic mirror over there that tells you the weather and shows your reflection, gives you compliments based on what you're looking like. There's also an AI bot that's running off of a Raspberry Pi. And it's just, you ask it questions, it can do whatever you want, you know? There's a few businesses out here providing information about businesses, possible internships, things like that. And then there's also a bunch of different weather modules and just cool robotics things that are all powered by the Raspberry Pi. So it's very interesting.
Great. And thanks for coming out. Thanks for being a part of it. Now, I'll be remiss if I don't bring up the fact that I don't feel like you're from around these parts, are you?
Yeah, I'm actually originally from Australia, so I'm a foreign student here at the university. But yeah, just really interested in computers and Raspberry Pis and all sorts of things like that. So having a great time so far.
So tell me, what is it? What do you think of the Kanawha Valley in general?
I think it's a very interesting area. It's very different to what I'm used to, and it's very cool. I think it's a very, very interesting place just because of how different and nice it is, you know?
Great. Thank you so much, Korben. I'm here with Will. Will, what brought you out here today?
My son loves electronics and the Raspberry Pi, and it's kind of his jam. So we were.
Was that pun intended?
No, not intentionally, but we were here last year, and we had a blast last year. And this year the turnout's even better, so it's neat.
How old is your son?
He's 11.
And he's already hacking computers and learning how to program and stuff like that?
At a level that even surprises Brett. So, yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think events like this are important in the community, in the Kanawha Valley, to kind of get to the kids that kind of have these talents and help them learn more about it?
Absolutely. The whole state of West Virginia could benefit from more like this, more things like this.
So what's been your biggest takeaway here today? What's been the most exciting for your boy or for you?
I don't know. I like the AI booth. That was kind of neat. They have an AI that runs offline based on Llama, so it's kind of neat.
All right, I'm here with Tim. Tim, tell me what brought you out here today.
Just seeing what the event was about. I heard about it last year from a friend of mine, so I thought I'd come out and look and see what was going on.
And what's your takeaways today?
My takeaways is exactly what I thought, that young people were coming out and young people were enjoying technology, and that really pleases my heart.
Now, what is it that you do, Tim?
I currently work for a utility company. In the meantime, I just do, I kind of tinker with Linux, and I have a Raspberry Pi 400 of my own. So I just, I tinker around.
So did you learn anything new today?
Yeah, I learned quite a few things, and really enjoyed seeing the young kids back here playing around with the Raspberry Pis and stuff like that.
Yeah, and tell me, do you think that events like this that build community around computer science and STEM, are they important to have in the Kanawha Valley?
Absolutely. I believe that young people should get in as early as they can with technology. The world's not changing. It's always going to be more and more advanced. So the earlier they can get in, the better.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Christian. Christian, tell me what brought you out here today.
Well, I'm actually an MBA student here at UC, and a lot of people in my circle are involved with things like cybersecurity and stuff. And I have a personal interest in it as well, so I figured I'd come check it out.
Very cool. So what are your thoughts? What's your initial takeaway from the event?
I'd like to see more of these events, actually, because coming here, getting to work a little bit with the technology, meet people who are in it. I also got to see some of my acquaintances too that we're working on projects with. So it was a really good opportunity for me.
Very cool. Did you get a chance to play with any of the technology, any of the booths, or build any of the modules of the Raspberry Pis or anything like that?
Yeah. So we were actually back there working on a camera project, and we had to troubleshoot through it and stuff. And we had to switch out some parts to get it working, and I got to put in some code. I also got to see my brother in action, who's like an IT genius, and he was messing with it also. It was pretty cool.
Hey, so Christian, let me ask you this. Do you think that events like this that promote STEM and learning and science technology, they're important for the Kanawha Valley?
Very important. This is the kind of future I would like to see here. It's not only about developing our capabilities, or IT capabilities, but this is also a potential economic boom for the state of West Virginia if we could bring in more businesses and more talented people here to the Kanawha Valley.
Great, Christian. Thank you so much. I'm here with Chris right now. Chris, tell me what brought you out here today.
Pi Jam, technology, hacking, understanding how computers work, a little bit of electronics theory, and imagination. That's the main thing.
So now I saw you've got a little bit of a booth over there going on, right? So you're one of the presenters?
That is correct. Showing technology, the way it can be utilized, also what's out there. Resources is the main thing as well. So if anybody had any questions, I'm like Google and Radio Shack put together. You have questions, I may have the answers.
That's great. So let me ask you this: with the event kind of wrapping up here at the end of it, what's your big takeaway from the day?
All the people that are interested in making a change and also understanding how things work, and the camaraderie amongst the community to make certain that, they get an understanding of what is out there and how to get resources to make things happen.
So tell me what you think. I saw a lot of kids here today. Do you think that events like this focused around STEAM, science, computers, technology, are these important for kids and even for adults in the Kanawha Valley?
Yes, for us to progress, yes, definitely. I mean, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, definite things to help us progress in the world today.
Great. Thank you so much. All right, I am here with Chad, Mike, Brett, and Vince, and we are wrapping everything up here at the 6th annual Raspberry Jam here at UC. And I guess I'll start out here with you, Mike. Mike, how did the day go?
Wow, man, it was great. We met a lot of really neat people, talked to some great kids, some adults, had a great time. Learned a lot about what people want to try out on these Raspberry Pis.
Chad, what was your big takeaway today?
Talking to Mike. Yeah, because when I get to talk to Mike, you learn that a lot of these people have the same ideas and the same goals for the area. And yeah, it's just good. Again, and that's what it's about, networking, getting understanding what it's about, and it's a lot of fun.
And Vince, what about you?
I think really lifelong learning. So from the students to the adults here, everybody was learning something today. I know I learned a lot here today. So I think the biggest takeaway was how much everybody learned.
All right. And Brett, this is your 6th one, putting it on. How did everything go today? Was the 6th the best?
After checking out all the numbers, this is the largest turnout that we've had so far. Literally, we have overdone it over to 20. We have 20 more entrants than we did last year, totaling up to 118. Wow. So we now have a record to set for number 7.
So that's 118 people or families that are involved and wanting to learn more about STEM, wanting to learn more about computer science, wanting to learn about hacking, AI, technology, and everything in between. What do you think has been the most popular subject here today?
Most popular I've seen is Minecraft. And it's just even not only playing it, but also hacking it in Python. The amount of computers that I've looked over here and seen, I blew up too much TNT and now it's slowing down. The amount of them I've seen, because it's just joy in their faces to see that their code comes to life like that. It's that joy that keeps me going to do these jams and to take these and teach my students about it in a more advanced level.
And one last question for each of you. I'll give each of you, as we wrap up here, a chance to answer. Do you think events like this are important to put on in the Kanawha Valley?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, 100%.
Yep.
100%, especially if I'm behind it.
Well, there's our modest team here with the Raspberry Jam. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, this is Joe Justice, the Kanawha Valley Hustler, reminding you to hustle hard, hustle smart, and hustle with a smile.